Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about our upcoming Disney trips. Thank you all so much for your patience with this. I know a lot of people were trying to figure out dates and when we were going and when we weren't going, and there's just so many variables up in the air that I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag until I knew for sure we're going. So we are going to become annual pass holders on September 1st. We are heading down to Disney World on August 31st, basically September. We are going to stay off site for one night, and then we check into Fort Wilderness Cabins on August 1st. And we're going to be celebrating Aubrey, Casey, and Ellie's birthday. So we said from like day one that the selling point of us moving down here was we told the kids we can be annual pass holders, we can go to Disney for our birthday, blah blah blah. So for us, every time we go to Disney, if we went to Disney for one day, that would be $600. Obviously it's about $100 down to $40 or $50 depending on how many days worth of tickets you get. So for us to pay for everyone to go around their birthday, that would be a lot of money. So we decided, you know what? Let's become annual pass holders. So we are going to be annual pass holders. I don't know if we'll be annual pass holders every year or every other year. I'm thinking it's going to be every other year. What I'm thinking we're going to do is be annual pass holders for 1 year, take a bunch of trips, and then the following year just take like one week and a half long trip, and then the following year become annual pass holders again. I booked this trip under a package so that I could get a discount, and then I will upgrade my tickets from our package to an annual pass when we get to Disney. So I actually booked under the free dining package, so that's why we have the table service plan this time, and then we'll upgrade when we get there to the annual passes. So super excited about that. But we are going for Aubrey's birthday. It's a total surprise to her. So we will be in Disney on her birthday. So we're gonna leave here August 31st. Her birthday is September 1st. We're gonna stay off site for one night and then wake up and go to Magic Kingdom, upgrade our tickets to annual passes, spend her birthday in Magic Kingdom, and just have a fantastic day. The second day, we're actually gonna go to Mickey's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Hollywood Studios. We're not celebrating anyone's birthday that day. That's a Friday. Saturday, we are going to be in Epcot. We're going to celebrate Ellie's birthday. Her birthday is October 4th. And then on Sunday, we are going to be in Animal Kingdom, and we're going to celebrate Casey's birthday, which is October 1st. Monday, we will go probably to Magic Kingdom for a little bit and then head home. So we have some dining reservations planned because we do have the table service plan, and we're just so excited. We're going to be in Disney for 5 days, and my husband and the kids only have to miss 2 days of school and work, so I think that's a pretty good deal. Where I don't really know how strict they are down here about them missing school. However, I will say that vacations are important to my kids. My kids do very well in school. I take school very seriously. They have good grades, and if the school fights me on it, then I will fight back, because I truly believe that family time should be important if your kids are taking their school seriously. So we have that trip booked. Unfortunately, I could not take Casey and Ellie for their birthday in October to Disney, even though we have the annual passes. We have something going on that weekend, and I can't get out of it, and it's more important to me than going to Disney for their birthday. So that's why we're celebrating their birthday there. I'm going to give each kid around their birthday a $50 extra amount of money to spend at Disney. So that'll be that. We also do have a trip booked for early December. I'm not going to give the dates on that one yet because I'm not quite sure if my husband's going to be able to get the time off. That trip we will be staying at All Star Movies. Casey has begged and begged and begged and begged to stay at All Star Movies. I don't like values, I'll be honest. I'm not a snob in any way, but I just don't like them. And it took me some time to do it, but I'm like, whatever, it's just for a 4-day weekend, we'll do it. So that trip we have booked for All Star Movies, and then that trip we booked 2 separate reservations, and Jeff and Trevor won't have quick service dining plan, but me and the other kids will, because if you're on the quick service dining plan, it doesn't matter if it's a kid or adult, you can order all adult meals. So we could get 8 adult meals and 4 snacks a day. Yeah, that's right. And the 4 cups. So that's what we're gonna do for that. And where we drive now, we'll just bring like juice boxes and stuff like that for the little kids because they don't care. And I think that that'll be more than enough food. And then we'll do like 1 or 2 table services that we pay for out of pocket. So there's that trip. That trip we will also be doing Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. My husband and I went alone to Disney last December and we hemmed and hawed over it, and we finally made the decision we're not gonna do the party because we want that to be something that we do together with the kids. So again, waiting on that part, or that trip. I will say our September trip, the kids have saved about $42.50 in their savings accounts for Disney. I went ahead and bumped it up to $50. If you're at $47.50, you can buy a $50 Disney gift card on Target because you get the red card 5%. So I just used some of my extra money, bumped them all up to $50, and then because it's Aubrey, Casey, and Ellie's birthday, they got another $50, so they all have $100 and Trevor has $50 for this trip. And we're not doing any Bibbidi Bobbidis, Pirates League, any of that stuff. They all have lightsabers now besides Ellie. The boys have droids now, so they shouldn't need, I don't think they have any big things on their, radar. So then the December trip, it'll just be what they've saved up. I'm thinking they'll have somewhere between $25 to $50. I'm going to tell them when we're leaving Disney, we're coming back this day. It's, a few months from now, so save your pennies because you're not going to have that much money. Quick math in my head, they have the ability to have like $65 if they save everything that they earn, plus like they get extra money for doing like extra stuff around here, so they definitely could have $50. We'll see what they do. So that's gonna be that trip. We're only gonna do the quick service dining and then like 1 or 2 reservations. We'll try to get reservations that we haven't done yet. So in September we have Whispering Canyon Cafe booked, which we haven't done yet, but I don't think we're going to be able to do that one because I think she's going to want to stay at Magic Kingdom. We have Mama Melrose, which we have done. We have Garden Grill, which we haven't done. Coral Reef, which we haven't done. And we're not seafood people, but we're steak people, and I've heard that their steak is pretty decent, and I think the kids would like the ambiance in there. So let me know if you think that that would be a good place for non-seafood eaters to go. I know it's predominantly seafood. And then we have a Be Our Guest reservation for breakfast again, which we haven't done. We'll also most likely do T-Rex this trip. So that's what we're eating then. And then our trip in December, we have Cape May Cafe booked for breakfast. We have Sci-Fi Cafe booked for lunch. And 1900 Park Fair for dinner, and we haven't done any of those. We've done 1900 Park Fair for breakfast, and we didn't have a good experience, but we'll try the dinner one. And then we have a trip booked, and again, this is a maybe trip. This would be Trevor's birthday trip. This is a maybe trip for multiple reasons. A, I don't know if my husband will be able to get that much time off. And the place that we're staying is based on if we can get a good discount. I don't know if we'll get a good discount because it is a holiday week. So it would be like the New Year's week, basically, like the week after, or like we would arrive there I think like New Year's Eve or the day before, and then stay a few days because our kids don't go back to school until like midweek. So that trip we have booked at Wilderness Lodge. Prices are really good that time. They're really, really cheap. So we could get 2 rooms for not much more than like a value. So we hemmed and hawed, and I think that's what we're gonna do if we can get the discount. That trip we would do quick service dining plan, again, most likely for all of us, or we may try to do it without it and try to do like Tables in Wonderland. We're not quite sure. We may upgrade to dining plan. Not sure yet. This could be like a part of our Christmas present for everybody. Again, totally not sure. So this trip, again, the kids will only have a few weeks to save up for this trip. So they'll have whatever they didn't spend for last trip, the few weeks that they got, and then they'll have whatever gift cards they got for Christmas. We're gonna probably give them each like $25 gift card. Trevor will have his $50 gift card for his birthday, so he'll have a decent amount of money to spend here. This trip we will be there for, I believe, we arrive on a Saturday and we come home on a Wednesday, so it's a decent trip. And this trip we have Be Our Guest breakfast, which will be a maybe. We'll decide if we liked it from our last trip. We have a Be Our Guest lunch, which we haven't been able to get a Be Our Guest lunch for our September trip, which really makes me sad. We have Mama Melrose because we just love Mama Melrose, and then we have another Be Our Guest lunch scheduled then. So I don't really have any like character meals that trip. Oh, we have Cape May Cafe that December, but I mean, we'll have just gone, so we may just totally like cheap out on that trip and just do like us bringing some food. We'll see. But nonetheless, yes, we have 3 trips booked between now and New Year's, which is super, super exciting. And then we'll probably take a break. My kids do have a break in February and April like they did back in New Hampshire, but we'll probably stay home for those. Give my husband some time to like bounce back, you know, from work or whatever. And then we'll definitely be going for my birthday, which is at the end of May, and we'll definitely be going for my husband's birthday, which is in the middle of August. And we'll see if we can fit one more trip in there somewhere. We're basically trying to go so that our lodging is about $1,000 for us. That's really easy to hit, where you think we're a family of 6. Even 2 rooms at a value are at least $250 a night. Pop Century's $350, you know, it adds up. We're definitely trying to make sure that when we go, we have a discount with us. We are paying for our trips using my Disney agent. I love her. She lets me do everything, but I'm helping her out, and it's nice. And she, you know, will send the kids a goodie bag and stuff like that. What else can I talk about? When we get there, we are going to upgrade to our Magic Band, you know, upgrade to annual passes, and then we're going to buy like a character or like the Tech D special edition Magic Bands. We're going to buy a Magic Band that's going to be our annual pass Magic Band, and we're going to take the rest of them off the account again because they just cause headaches for us, where we've been so many times and we have so many Magic Bands that it causes a headache every time we go. So I think that's everything I have to update. We're most likely doing the dining plan of some sort for most trips. We have a bunch of trips booked, shorter trips, but it's still saving us a ton of money to do it this way. I know that we could definitely save money doing tables in Wonderland, but we don't really like table service as much. Like, I prefer quick service there. So we'll see, you know, what we do. We'll see if we do annual passes again after this, but we are super, super excited. We're about 6 now, probably like 7 hours away from Disney driving, and we are just beyond excited. We won't fly. There's no point for us. For me, we would have to leave at least an hour and a half early from our house to get to the airport, and then you have another 2 hours that you're supposed to be at the airport. Sometimes they say 3 hours depending on where you go, and a few of our trips would have to be 3 hours. So now we're at, you know, 3.5 to 4.5 hours, and then you know, fly for another hour and a half, and then you wait for Magical Express. We're at that 6 to 7 hour mark, and yeah, you could probably get some $50 tickets here and there each way, so $600 for all of us to fly, but still putting a tank of gas in my car, maybe a tank and a half, at the way prices are now for gas, like, it'll be under $100 for us to drive down there. So it's just a no-brainer for us, and that's how we're able to be annual pass holders, is that we aren't flying. And my kids, like, are rock stars at road tripping. My husband can drive like a freaking champ when we're road tripping. Like, I drive everywhere here, but for whatever reason, when we road trip, he just takes over, and he gets us there. We get there safely. The kids don't get super car sick as they do when he drives here, and it's just, we like just get there and get it done. So super, super excited. We have a moderate value and deluxe day coming up, and I'm so excited, and I cannot wait to share all these trips and hauls and packing and all that stuff with you guys. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in our next video.